Every healthy adult man should be able to deadlift 4 plates. If you heard that and your first reaction was, oh, what's this guy talking about? And you ran to the comments to tell me how only 1% of gym goers can deadlift 4 plates, you should go watch another fitness YouTuber. Some of those other influencers will stroke your ego and tell you, oh, it's okay that you can't deadlift 4 plates. I would rather just tell you exactly how to do it, teach you so that you can become a more confident and competent man. Being physically strong is essential if you want to be mentally strong. We all know that. We all want to be stronger, so let me help you do it. I was in your position once where a 4-plate deadlift was like this huge, unachievable number. Now I can deadlift 4 plates for fun, and I want to show you exactly how to do it as well. So if you don't have time to watch through this whole video and apply the concepts, top link in the description to hire me as your personal strength coach. I'll get you to 4 plates and beyond. Or a second link if you just want some good strength training programs to go and follow. So a 4-plate deadlift, 180 kilos or 405 pounds as the Americans call it, might seem like a big, like scary, intimidating number to you right now. And I get it, I was in that same position. 4 plates on the bar looked crazy. And I promise you, it's actually very achievable. And when you get there, it will redefine your definition of strength. And you'll look back and you'll be like, wow, 4 plates really like isn't a huge number at all. I've coached hundreds of guys to a 4-plate deadlift, so it is definitely achievable, okay? Now, the reason why you think it's this big unachievable number is because you are running terrible training programs. I'm willing to bet that you either do a cookie cutter program like 5x5, 5-3-1, Texas method, something like that, or you use like an AI app like Juggernaut AI or something like that, or you just run your own training program that you've basically pieced together from random pieces of all these different programs. And I'm willing to bet that it probably has you deadlift quite hard. You do a lot of high effort sets that are slow and grindy. Your back feels quite beat up most of the time. You probably only deadlift like once a week because of your bad recovery, aka you train like a fucking moron, pretty much. You try and force weight on the bar every single week. Your approach is basically, if I deadlifted 140 kilos today for my 5x5, next week I need to do 145 kilos for 5x5. You just keep doing that until your progress stalls out, and then you reset and you build back up. It's a bit random, and that's why you're not at 4 plates. Then on top of that, you probably do like a bunch of like bent over barbell rows, you do heavy pull-ups, stuff like that, right? Because the old school bodybuilding and strength coaches told you that you have to do that stuff because barbells are better than machines, and you know. So I'm going to give you a much better approach. Literally just follow this step by step. You'll get to a 4-plate deadlift. When you get to 4 plates, you can come back, hire me, and I'll get you to 5 plates and beyond. So here is exactly what I want you to do. This is for those of you who are stuck in like that 3 to 5 plate range. So you're between like, let's say 140 to 220 kilos, in that kind of range. This is what I would apply to most of you. So this is exactly what you're going to do. You're going to deadlift on Tuesday and Friday. Tuesday's primary deadlift, Friday is secondary deadlift. So for the primary deadlift, super simple. I want you to do a top double at an RPE 5. That might sound really light to you, and it is, and I'll explain how to progress it. But initially, we're just going to do 1 set of 2 at an RPE 5. That means a weight that you can do for 2 reps with about 5 reps left in the tank. Doesn't need to be exact, like you don't need to like measure exactly, you can only do 5, just somewhere in that kind of ballpark. When you've done that top set, we're going to do 4 sets of 4 reps at 63% of the estimated 1 rep max. So you do that top set, you use that top set to estimate your 1 rep max. You can use an online calculator. My clients get access to like a spreadsheet that does it for them. But do the top set, calculate an estimated 1 rep max for that day, then do 4 sets of 4 at 63% of that estimated 1 rep max, okay? Super simple, that's all you're gonna do for day 1. On day 2, this secondary deadlift, you're gonna do a pause deadlift. So all that is the regular deadlift, but on the way up, when the bar is about 1 inch off the ground, so literally as soon as the bar leaves the floor, you're gonna pause for 1 second, then complete the rep. Bar goes back down, lift it up an inch, pause for 1 second, and do the rep again. This is great for improving positioning for those of you who aren't great deadlifters yet. It's gonna really force you to improve your start position because it's very difficult to pause a heavy weight in a bad position. So on this day, we're gonna do a top set again, but this time it's a set of 5 reps to make it a little bit lighter. It's gonna be a set of 5 at RPE 5 to 6, okay? Exactly the same principle applies. You work up in your warm-ups to a top set of 5 where you've got approximately 4 to 5 reps left in the tank. Then we're going to do some back off work. We're going to take 16% of the weight off the bar for 3 sets of 6 reps. Super simple. That is your microcycle, okay? day 1 primary, day 2 secondary. So this is week 1 of your training. Now, what we're going to do from there is we are going to keep running this week of training until you can no longer add weight to the bar. And the intensity is going to increase slightly from week to week, okay? And I'm going to give you an example on screen to show you how to actually progress that. So keep running it until you can no longer add weight to the bar. So let's say for the first 4 weeks, you can add weight to the bar on the top sets. The back offs can stay the same, basically. Once you are unable to continue adding weight to the bar, so you get to week 4, your heaviest week, and then week 5 gets harder, week 6 gets harder again. Week 4 was your peak, that was your best performance. So we are going to run 4-week blocks, okay? Now the way this block would look is week 1, so we've got these initial intensities that we were doing, RPE 5, RPE 5 to 6 on the top set, and we're gonna make them a little bit heavier week after week. So we go from 5 to RPE 6, RPE 7, RPE 8, and this one follows a similar pattern. So it's gonna go 5 to 6, 6, maybe like 6 to 7, 7, 7 to 7.5, something like that. I'll give you the exact progression on screen. We keep progressing through until that peak week. Once we hit the peak week, we stop, we reset, and we move into block 2. Here is the structure for block 2. We're gonna make very minor changes. That top double becomes a top single. This set of 5 becomes a set of 4. Instead of taking 16% off the bar, we take 14% off the bar. So very minor changes just to increase the intensity a little bit and bring the rep ranges down. We're gonna repeat this for 3 separate training blocks. And I'm gonna give you all 3 blocks on screen. So block 1, block 2, block 3. And this will give you a total of 3 training blocks that forms an entire strength cycle. And by the end of block 3 on this final week, that's when you can like send it a little bit and try and go for a PR, okay? So on the final week of block 3, however long these blocks needs to be, like based on your individual response. And if this is all a bit confusing and you just literally want me to like write your blocks for you, find out how long you take to peak and stuff like that, top link in the description. Or if you click the second link, it will take you to like a paid product that includes all of these training programs structured out for you with the exact sets, reps. You just go do them, okay? So that's exactly what to do for the program. Now, in terms of progression, what I want you to do for the top set, so this top double and this top set of 5, I want you to aim to add weight to that top set every single week. Now, make sure you hit the target RPE on week 1, because if you start out too heavy, you'll run out of room and you won't really be able to add any weight to the bar, okay? So avoid starting out too heavy. Start out on the lighter end if you're in doubt. Then it gives us room to build momentum, okay? So aim to add weight every single week. I would aim for 5 to 10 kilos on a weekly basis. Then when you end the block heavy, we want to start the next block light. So if we say on block 1, you went 140, 145, 150, 155, the next block we might go 145, 150, 155, 160. And you see how it follows this like wave, this like step model, okay? So we start light, heavy, light, slightly heavier, and it keeps going like that, okay? And yeah, it's super simple. So you just aim to add weight to the top sets each week. For the back off sets, I want you to keep those static. So basically just keep them at the same weight. So if your back offs on week 1 were like 110 kilos, just keep them the same. Obviously on the secondary day, you've got a specific like load drop that I give you. So that will kind of guide you on where to go. But on the primary day, just keep it the same. If it's working, no reason to change it. Now, alongside this strength training, I also want you to do some bodybuilding accessories. You need to do this entire list once per week. Fit it in your entire training week and just tick each exercise off, okay? Now, the list that we're gonna do is here, I'll show it on screen, but we're gonna do some kind of hamstring curl, seated or lying. We're going to do a wide grip overhand lat pull down. We're gonna do a narrow grip lat pull down. This is a bit more lat biased. Then we're gonna do a wide grip row with the elbows a little higher and flare to target the upper back. Then we're gonna do a narrow grip row that's neutral, like this kind of grip, pulling towards the hips to emphasize the lats. Then we're gonna do a rear delt isolation of choice, like a cable rear delt fly, dumbbell rear delt fly, something like that. And then 2 bicep isolation exercises, okay? This just basically covers like the entire posterior chain, all of the muscles that are somewhat involved in the deadlift, because having more muscle mass is never gonna be a detriment to your strength. So on these movements, super simple. I just want you to do 2 to 4 sets, 5 to 10 reps, maybe 12 if you prefer that rep range, RPE 7 to 10. Start them on the lower intensity on week 1, so maybe you start like RPE 7 or 8. End of the block, just push it all the way, like RPE 9, maybe even go to failure. This stuff is so much easier to recover from that it's not going to interfere with the strength work. you don't need to worry about stuff like bicep curls, rear delts, impacting deadlift performance. So just push that stuff super hard, try and beat the logbook, and try to gain as much muscle mass as possible. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that it helps you to hit a 4-plate deadlift. All of you are capable of hitting a 4-plate deadlift. Before you go to the comments and say, actually, no, like, not all of us can, you don't understand, like, which mindset is better to have? Like, just really consider it. Like, my mindset, where everyone can do it, everyone can get to 4 plates, or your mindset, where I can't do it, not all of us can do it, I've got this excuse, I've got bad genetics, whatever it is, right? You've already told yourself you're not going to do it. And you're right. Like, if you've already told yourself you're not going to do it, you're right. And the guys who have told themselves they are going to do it, they're also right, and they will go and do it. So change your mindset before you run to the comments. I am trying to reassure you all that you can get to a 4-plate deadlift. I truly believe that every healthy guy watching this video can get to a 4-plate deadlift, provided that he trains intelligently, he gains a bit of weight, he gets his recovery in check. You will get there, okay? So follow my advice step by step and you'll get there. Then when you get stuck above 4 plates, come back to me and I'll help you get to 5 plates and beyond. Just click the top link in the description or the second to follow my programs, okay? I have another video here on the deadlift and how you can improve yours. It's just some extra tips and tricks. Any questions, comments and stuff like that, post them down below. And until next time, I'll catch you in the next video.